Glad to see you, my friends, truth seekers, and meme lovers. This is a ridiculous report where the headlines are wild and the facts are flexible. I know how this is going to sound, like one of those posts your aunt shares on Facebook with the caption, "Animals are amazing," next to a blurry photo of a golden retriever and an American flag. But I swear to you, this happened, and it changed my life. My name is Connor. I live in Oregon. I work from home, do graphic design, and have a 10-year-old dog named Teddy. A scruffy mutt with eyebrows like Einstein and ears that do whatever the hell they want. Teddy's been with me through a lot. A breakup, a house fire, a year of unemployment. He is not just my dog, he's my emotional co-pilot. For every single morning for the last 8 years, we've taken the same walking route. Down Park Avenue, past the coffee shop, loop through Oakwood Trail and back. Routine, predictable, peaceful. Until last Tuesday. That morning started like any other. Coffee, emails, grabbed the leash. Teddy perked up like always. But when we got to the end of the driveway, he stopped. Dead stop. He didn't growl, didn't pull, just stared. Not towards the trail, but across the street, towards the forest behind the old mill. I tugged the leash gently. "Come on, bud. Oakwood's that way." He didn't move. Instead, he turned slowly and looked at me like, "No, Teddy, we're going somewhere else." I swear he nodded. I sighed, "Fine. You want to be weird? We'll be weird." We cross the street. We go into the woods. But I hadn't walked through those woods since I was a teenager. The path was overgrown, branches cracked underfoot. It was quiet, too quiet. Today, our Teddy stayed about 10 feet ahead, never turning around, tail low but wagging slightly, like he was on a mission. About 5 minutes in, I started smelling something. Burnt plastic, fuel, smoke. I stopped. I went, "Teddy?" He barked once and kept going. Then I saw it. There was a van. A van half hidden in the trees, smoke rising from the hood. The passenger side window shattered. Inside, a girl, maybe 7 or 8, curled up on the floor unconscious. No visible blood, just still. I froze. I called 911 so fast I fumbled my words. They told me to stay on the line. Teddy paced in a circle around the van, barking nonstop now. Not aggressive, just urgent. Dispatch asked if I could open the door. I checked. It was unlocked. The moment I opened it, Teddy climbed in and sat next to her, licking her face gently. She stirred. Her eyes fluttered open. She whispered, "It hurts." The paramedics arrived fast. Apparently, someone had reported a crash the night before, but the van couldn't be seen from the road. They thought it was a false call. Turns out the girl's mother had fallen asleep at the wheel. The airbag saved the kid, but the mom, she didn't make it. She'd been there for almost 14 hours alone, cold and trapped. If Teddy hadn't stopped me, if he hadn't pulled me towards that forest, if I had brushed him off and walked the same old route, that little girl might not have made it either. 3 days later, I got a knock on the door. It was the girl's aunt, holding her niece's hand. The girl, Olivia, was holding something behind her back. She looked at me and said, "I drew a picture of your dog. He's my hero." It was Teddy, drawn in crayon, with a blue cape and sparkles around his head. I lost it right there in the porch. A friend of mine who works at the local news station picked up the story. Next thing I know, Teddy's face is all over social media around my town. with like captions saying, "Hero dog rescues lost girl in the woods. Golden-eyed mutt follows his instincts, saves lives." Someone even photoshopped him onto the Adventures poster. But Teddy didn't care. He just likes the extra peanut butter people brought him afterwards. Why am I telling you this? People say animals live in the moment, but they don't remember or plan or think too deeply. But that day, Teddy knew something I didn't. He heard something I couldn't, or felt it, maybe. He just knew where he needed to be. And I think about that every single time I grab the leash now. Because you never really know what a dog is thinking. But sometimes they're thinking just enough to save a life. Cute. And that's it for tonight's Ridiculous Report. If you've enjoyed the madness, smash the like button. Drop your wildest story in the comments and subscribe for more news you can barely believe. Stay informed, stay entertained, and above all else, stay ridiculous. See you next time.